Food is a way of entering into conversation, making friendships, getting to know the culture, the people, the country. It opens up doors for you. I'm Anissa Helou, a food writer and a journalist and occasional blogger. I live between London and Italy, and I basically write about food. And I eat it a lot, and I cook it. كيفك طارق؟
يا أنسة.
صار زمان.
اي والله.
مشتاقين.
نحن بالأكثر، أهلا وسهلا. صرنا زمان ما شفناكي بلندن.
شي 6 أشهر هيك شي.
ايه.
جيت مشان الكتاب، طلع الكتاب الجديد.
ايه سمعنا 50 كلنا نعطينا النسخة تبعنا.
بعد شي يومين.
يلا.
I left Beirut at 21 and I wanted to live in Europe, so I came to London with the intention of going on to Geneva to become an interpreter, but I stayed in London. I've always been very curious about food and an amateur of food because I was my mother's kitchen pest and always in the kitchen watching what she was doing, wanting to taste everything. And even the 20 years that I spent in the art world, I never missed a chance of going into market. I cooked for my friends. I didn't cook on a daily basis because I didn't want to be domesticated. When the Gulf War happened, the art market stopped in Kuwait. And I very kind of lightly threw away this comment and said, what about if I write a book on Lebanese food? But I thought I could do it in 3 months, and in fact it took me 3 years, and that's when I realized that writing about food was much more serious than just writing recipes. When I write about food, I'm very conscious of preserving the traditional recipes and passing on the knowledge, culinary knowledge, the history of food and everything to future generations. Mainly because I come from 2 countries that have been disrupted by civil war and the risk of culinary traditions being lost. Learning Arabic is not easy, but it is a beautiful language. It's a very poetic language. It allows you to read things that are not in translation. More importantly, to connect with the people of the countries you're visiting. If you go into a country and you say Salam alaikum, a simple greeting, people open up much more than if you say hello. مرحبا علي كيفك؟ كيف الحال؟ بدي أسألك شغلة، أنا شايفة هالباذنجان هون في كم نوع؟ في واحد كثير كبار. Speaking languages is absolutely essential as far as I'm concerned, if for my work researching recipes and food ways and traditions. And with the Arabic, because there aren't very many Arab-speaking food writers, it's a huge advantage when I'm speaking with grandmothers and they feel like I'm one of theirs. When I got the idea for Feast, it was mainly because the Islamic religion and Muslim people were being vilified in the press. So I thought it was a very positive way to depict the religion and the people and to get people interested in finding out about Islam. My feeling is that when people cook a cuisine that is foreign to them, they ought to know it really well. They might not execute the recipes perfectly, but at least they can find out about it. And that's my purpose.